Alright, what is up? This is NorCal, or Garrett, the coach in some of the league teams at Sac State. Making this video to show a little bit on how to play Veigar support. This is a Grandmaster Elo game, so I think it's pretty valid. I don't usually play this, but I think I had the right ideas. Maybe mess up on some of the micros, but you guys will see. Alright, so here, like I said, I don't really play this. If I did play this more often, I'd probably be going for more pokes with the Q. Like early game here, if I went into this Tribush for that free Veigar AP and mana flow stack, that could be pretty good. If a team knew about that, they could counter that by kind of invading that spot, but that's pretty unlikely. And shouldn't usually happen. So especially in like the first game of a tournament or something, and now that it's We Are Fearless or whatever, you won't be able to do it again anyways, so you should be fine. Anyways, the early game is kind of boring. At least like level 1. I'm gonna kind of skip ahead a little bit here. Generally, you can play extremely passive, or also just like slowly take too many negative trades that'll build up over time, even if they're small. So instead, you want to go for those Q pokes for sure. Some Veigar players might tell you to start E or whatever. You can, if you're invading especially, you can. But I think having that Q to poke is just better. And then also, just a quick note about the rune here. I took First Strike because I want that gold, I want that little bit of damage. And I also want to be able to get those boots that slightly magical footwear, so I don't have to buy my boots because I'm going a gold heavy build. So here, this is a pretty good fight. As you see, I'm going to make use of the bush here, stepping into it so Sona can't auto me until she enters, and autoing her at the last second so she'll not be able to use an ability on me. That's just kind of a micro thing, doesn't exactly apply to Veigar, but to note is I did get that cage on level 2, so as you can see, we were able to engage on Lucian, which eventually led to such a positive trade that we ended up getting a kill. Could have potentially even killed Lucian if we maybe played a little better, but that's still good. Here, as I'm roaming back to lane, I don't really need to go to lane instantly, and I see that Rift is spawning, Scuttle I mean is spawning, and I could help my jungle, so like I'm staying aware with the map and seeing where exactly I'm needed, knowing that my AD, or in this case AP, C is just chilling farming in the bot lane. And here's another really big thing, hiding and looking for spots that you can jump on top of people. Like I use this wall here to land a cage and poke on Lucian and Sona. Just again letting them know they're not going to be able to get free trades in this lane, or I'm definitely going to be fighting them for pretty much everything. Again, just kind of going for whatever Q pokes I can, trying to land what I can on Sona as well, because she's so squishy. A little bit of a bad trade here, as you can see. I wanted to walk up towards our tower to 100% prevent the dying, but it ended up costing Karthus a lot of HP. And here, I kind of wish my Karthus backed with me. I'm taking it back because I'm playing a champion that's going to scale anyways. I don't need to get every single CS early. It is kind of okay that Karthus takes. He's not like 1 HP, but it's also kind of sus. And I think a little later in this game, we'll see an instance where that's not going to work out for him. Here I'm going for cage and Qs to get a little bit of poke on them, because if I just save cage for when they dive, it's going to be too late because they're going to be too high HP. I need to like poke them down and again let them know they're not just going to be able to walk forward freely. And then getting Karthus is pretty low. I'll back this up for a second. this is a bit of a mistake out of me. I was going for a little too aggressive poke, not fully considering my APC's not only health, but also he doesn't have any summoners up. So I was thinking we could just charge in here and kill Sona, but honestly, even if we didn't kill Sona, we probably would have both died to Lucian. So that probably wouldn't have been a good trade overall. So I mean, like even right there, I'm gonna like, that was a little bit of a doomer moment for me because I wanted this to be a perfect video because I really wanted to showcase this in a perfect way. But also, you know, mistakes happen, and it's important not to get tilted during those mistakes and just kind of keep that clear mental and just keep looking for the next play. I'm a big roamer for sure. This was so unfortunate as well. Like, I honestly felt like I was inting. Again, that's the thing though, like that's kind of League, like you gotta not get tilted even when those like unfortunate back-to-back events happen. Like you gotta not get tilted, you just gotta keep clear mental, keep going forward, look for that next play. And again, like as I'm walking bot lane, I'm constantly looking if I should be angling in a different path or walking a different path. Or if I should be going towards dragon or a spawning skull crab. Looks like we're just kind of chilling and farming for a sec. Baiting that we're roaming mid, again using that wall to get some poke on Sona. It's important to always be looking for those opportunities where you can hide behind things to catch up and close that gap on people. Kind of chilling, farming. Just letting Karthus scale, use level 6. I threw a ward over the wall even though it's not an ideal spot just because I wanted to have a little vision over there and it would be too annoying to get a ward otherwise. Karthus picks up a nice kill here. Here I wait to flash till the last second so that I can absorb as much damage as I can from ADC. Or APC. I'll keep saying that. And again, here I back. Because we're playing late game scaling champions. We don't have to say, we can literally just back. Unfortunately, Karthus acts like he was backing and then pulls the fast one and does not back. And then does end up dying for that for free pretty much. Like maybe you get some summoners, but it's not worth. So as my ADC is dead, this is important to note. I try to get him some wards, and then I just go to roam, because like what am I doing? If I'm just sitting in ball lane, I'm really not doing anything. And also supports should always be hitting those thorns, petals or whatever they are. And then I like that spot I just put a pink in, love to throw them there. Here, get a little gank on mid. See if I can get some summoners or some damage in. With the help of our jungle, who was really good looking out for that. That was nice to see. We were able to pick up a kill. And then again, I'm looking to see on the map where should I be going right now. We have vision of this bush. Right, you know, right is spawning. This is a really good play to go for this. That wall, that cage I just put up, excuse me. Basically, Volleybear's like screwed. Like he's gonna walk into that without even thinking. It's good to kind of hide your cages like that. And I'm waiting on blast gun because I know my jungle can use it. I do think I make a little bit of a mistake here. I was looking towards their turret on the right side and not the left, so I was a bit delayed in my reaction seeing that. And then also I greeted trying to start a fight here and I ended up getting double ulted and died. But honestly, it was well played by my teammates for getting out and not just dying with me. And again, like, you're gonna make mistakes. It's just important not to get tilted during those mistakes. Thinking about where I want to go, I see Cogs kind of pushing, and I think Karthus needs help. Here I also misplayed a little bit. Instead of like trying to get more damage on Sona, I should have been thinking more about Karthus' HP and lack of summoner spells, and low-key placing a cage that would have saved him, or I mean yeah, pretty much made it harder I guess for Lucian to get the kill, because he did have flash, but Lucian has flash, but yeah, I should have put the cage a little differently. Also worth noting, I am maxing Q here. Probably most Veigar supports are going to say don't do that, like literally either other ability is better. But I like to Q poke and I think that helps maintain a lane advantage versus the other abilities. Going for a little gank here. Fortunately, you get flashed on once again. But also worth noting, by getting flashed on like that, Volibear is using his flash entirely on me and not my teammates, who low-key do more damage and like are a lot further ahead than me. Like, I'm 1 in 3, bro's literally flashing for me for some reason. It's definitely not worth for him. We do lose Jag here, but we weren't really in position for it, especially because I died. Again, like, bots push, I don't really need to go there. Turret plating's falling soon, and there's a 5th plate that's about to be knocked off here, so I can prevent Cog from getting that. Here, I also steal a little bit of Kale's farm just for fun. Hehe, my build's expensive. I wouldn't recommend stealing too much of your teammates' farm, they're not going to like that, but you'll see a little later in the game too, I take a few kills, because again, like, Veigar's build's kind of expensive, and if you do kind of get it taking off, like, it's pretty good. This is a little bit of higher level strats, because generally you do want to try to get gold on your teammates, but there are a few times where you kind of need to prioritize yourself to be able to help your teammates better later, so. Again, bot's pushing, he doesn't really need me, so I'm just looking for a repeat gank on mid. With Shurelias as my first item, by the way. That's a really good item for Veigar. We're able to catch Kog'Maw's flash with also Kale speeding me up. Worth noting again, Shurelias is a really good starting item as Veigar because it gives you that movement speed and a little bit of AP, so you can use that to catch up to people and you get a little bit of AP, and then you can use the speed to just dodge all the abilities that people shoot at you and stuff. Here, I don't know if the timer's up, but I think it's Rift Herald is spawning, so that's why I'm walking top here. I'm a little late on that walk top, but try to pull up regardless. Yeah, I went too ham here. Like, I thought my teammates were gonna back me up harder, and then they kind of didn't. And then I also like flashed, thinking I could ult Sona, and then it didn't happen. That's funny they spam ping that. Kind of unfortunate, but yeah. Again, mistakes happen, just don't get tilted. As long as my teammates aren't inting with me, it's okay. And I'm getting them kills and stuff. Or like summoner spells. Either by absorbing them or getting enemies to use them to escape cage. Like here I take a volley pick because I've been dying a few times recently. I need to get back in the game. It is dependent too, like on what happens. Here I'm staying safe by staying over the wall, using my abilities at max range. Neither of us take blast guns, we didn't want to like, we weren't sure of each other's plans, which was kind of nice, so we both didn't do that. Didn't accidentally launch each other. So here I could have gone for Lucian. I'm going to go for poke on Sona because she's going to do too much damage to me otherwise. In my eyes, Karthus is basically dead, and we're just playing to pick up the rest of these guys, so that's why I don't really have the cooldowns to save him. Yeah, I was more so just playing for the cleanup with Karthus, Kha'Zix, I mean. And then here, I'm just baiting Volibear and wasting his time. I know he's doing these, so I'm just gonna like bait him and waste his time again. Hehe, thank you for the golems. Showing to the minions just barely, just to make him glance towards me, just to like waste a few seconds. Like, it doesn't sound like much, but that's a few seconds he's not ganking an ally. Gonna fast forward a little bit here. Here, recognizing ability ranges and knowing that we can both land them over the wall, I could have maybe landed a slightly cleaner cage, but I thought Sona would have had like an inkling of what we were doing, but she just literally just kind of ran towards her tower like a brick and didn't dodge at all, so kind of hard to know that. I picked up red here because no one else is really going for it, and I can take it because I'll go for negative health trades a lot, and that'll help me regen HP. Just trying to help my Karthus secure farm by low-key E-ing the wave. That's a bit of a high level technique. I'd recommend honestly probably just saving your E. But if you want to try this a few times and get used to what I'm doing here. So here's a really big thing I was trying to teach a few of our teams, I think. As Veigar, I don't, especially as support, I really don't need to be adding damage to the dragon. Like, we have a Kha'Zix, so he can literally solo it himself. So instead, I'm literally just like, I'm going to back that up even, because I want to see that one more time. Not that. Go back to the Veigar camera too. Alright, let's see, where was it? I don't know how that got backed up so much. Alright, so I have my E up, and it's very tempting to just slap an E down and either ping to go in, or ping to finish dragon or something, but instead I hold it. Because either he engages on me and I E him and put him in the cage, and even if I die, like, he's definitely gonna die. So yeah, it's basically just, I would hold the E to like the very last second. It's like, you don't always have to E, like, you could just save it, threaten it. Sometimes that's more valuable. I think I ulted early here to get my teammate the kill, and I also took Ignite to also help secure kills. Kale and I are still looking here. I'm playing max range because I really don't want to die for free. I keep going for cages. I'm trying to land it on multiple people, not just one. I'm baiting here because I know I have flash and I can escape. And again, I'm going to go for the biggest cage I can, not just one person. Always. Unless it's really early and I'm poking. Almost caught Rumble in that cage. Could have used tower to kill him. And again, I'm baiting here. Even if Sona dives me and kills me, she's definitely going to die for that. A lot of baiting happens with Veigar support. Didn't really know where the team was, so I wasn't fully committing to engage. Just kind of working with Kale, getting some wards down. Playing around where my team is. See if I can get some Sona poke. Let's take a look at my build. Worth noting, I went for the Lucidity boots because they were using a lot of their summoners on me, so this is kind of like a specific reason. And so I want my summoners to be up just a little bit sooner, so maybe I can either offset that timer or just have it up before they have it up for sure. Real quick, again, I'm roaming bot here because there's nothing to do mid. Didn't really help at all, but did pick up the assist by throwing down the cage and him being in the center of it. Anyways, back to the build. The Lucidity boots obviously help with the cage as well, which is a huge ability, huge helper for the team. And then I was going to build the Crypto Bloom, I think it's called, or Crypt Bloom or something, where it gives you a little bit of magic pen, cooldown, and it heals the team or something when you get a kill. But then I started picking up some kills and a lot of gold, so I switched my build to Rabadon's. So it's kind of good to like play on your feet like that and just play for like what's actually happening in the game. Loki tried to pick up that kill, but accidentally gave it to Karthus. But again, it's all good. Like if it goes to neither of us, it's going to help for sure. Yeah, okay, that's how they got on top of us here. Looks like Rumble TP'd behind us. Kind of remember this one being a little unfortunate. I wasn't really quite able to get Rumble to play into Karthus either, which wasn't great, but you know, mistakes happen. Not every play is going to work. Feel my fury with So here I do see a lot of fightings happening top, but I also really like blue buffs for the cooldowns. So personally, I'm going for that, because I also might not reach that top fight in time, which maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but also Dragon was spawning. I forgot, couldn't see timers here. I really wanted to get wards on that and just try to straight up take it because we just killed them and we have Kha'Zix again, which takes it really, really fast. But Kha'Zix took his sweet time getting over here, so I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Finally, my man comes over here. Use whatever abilities I can, go back, finish up that cap, I believe. Yep. And then, yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of preparing for that Baron and ending push at this point. This will be an interesting fight to watch. There we go. I didn't realize that they knew that we were doing this. Then I transitioned from hitting Baron to starting to use my abilities, and then I used my cage on Volley because I thought he was going in, and baiting Volley away. Even though it costs my life, it baits him away from Baron where he's not going to smite, and my team can secure that. Sometimes it's worth to die if your team can secure an objective. Like, that's kind of a big idea, and also a lot of players don't like that because they like to have that good KD, right? But at the end of the day, it's not always about the KD, it's about winning. So, team plays really well here. I think this might be the final push of the game. There they are, there's 100. GG.